Hey, hey, hey. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Try to start this thing right on the second. Usually catches me a little off guard. So, got a couple of people here early. Glad to see it. It's funny. I was watching the thing half an hour ago. It said there was like 3 people waiting, and that lasted a while. And then it went down to 1 person waiting, which is kind of just me. And let's get off to a slow start. One of these days, maybe I'll see that there's like 50 people waiting before I start, and that'll make me feel good. So we got Barry. Hey, I'm here but driving. How you doing, Barry? Good to see you. And EBR, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Do a little housekeeping here. And that appears to be it in the chat so far. So as usual, get off to a slow start, and people wander in as they start to get off of work and everything else. It's been a very interesting, eventful week in the drone industry, and I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of this company called Skydio, but I thought that I might be the first here to actually break some news. And I even got this thing here that I thought it'd be kind of cool to be the first. Tell you guys something that you know that I know for sure nobody's heard of yet, because it's like one of the best kept secrets going. And so you can say that you heard it here first. There's this company called Skydio, and they're coming out with a new drone, and it looks like it's going to be amazing. Of course, I'm being incredibly sarcastic here if any of you guys think I'm serious, because for the past 3 days, that's all I've heard is Skydio, this, Skydio, that. And everybody on YouTube posted a replay of their video, which I have to admit was pretty cool. And I'm sure you all have this completely and totally memorized by now. I know that I do, but really neat. I think it's really neat. There's been a few live streams that have people have talked about it, and I'm sure we'll talk about it tonight once I get some people here on my panel. Ricky Dove, how you doing? Good to see you. And yeah, put your money down, Barry. Well, I did. I did. I sent him the $100. I thought that it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to at least reserve a place in line, considering they said that the $100 was refundable. So I'm pretty sure that before I ever get mine, a lot of other people will get theirs, and I'll be able to get the true skinny on it. Hiya, Jody. Let them get the bugs out first. Yeah, DJI still trying to do that on the first drone they ever made. I don't know. We'll see. But I've always considered myself an early adopter, and I was so proud of myself that I actually waited for a whole month before I bought the DJI FPV goggles and things. But this one here, I figured, well, for $100, I'll go ahead and do it. And from what I see, I may not be the first in line, because it seems like everybody, and yet they're still taking orders, and they're still talking that they have limited quantity, and I don't know if that's just a marketing ploy, but to see how many, to give them a good idea how many people are really serious about this. But if they convert 70% of the pre-orders into real sales, they're going to be doing great, I think. Mike Roche, hey, buddy, how you doing, man? We miss you around here. Good to see you. Glad you could stop by and get in on this breaking news that I got here, that this company called Skydio has come out with a drone, and I'm sure that all you have seen everybody's YouTube videos on this thing so far. And it's interesting that so many people can put out so many videos when not a soul has the drone in their hands yet. So I don't know. They say they're going to start shipping in November. Is that November 1st, or is that November 31st or 30th? I don't think November has 31 days. But Joe C., how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I'm going to just throw a link in the chat this time. I don't know why everybody else doesn't have any trouble getting people to come on their channels, and I would like to have some people here to talk to. So let me just do that. Let me go ahead and stick that in there. So don't be afraid. Just go ahead and click on that thing. Here comes, speaking of clicking on that thing, here's Carlos and my buddy. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, good evening, rather. I'm sorry. How are you?
How are you?
No complaints. Came to join you for a little bit. Might take a break just to eat real quick and then come and rejoin you.
That'd be fine. I appreciate the company. I'm gonna have some coffee here.
So you're really gonna go for that Skydio, whatever they call this?
I did.
You did already?
Oh, of course. Who do you think you're talking to here?
And what are you gonna follow with this new technology?
I'm gonna do something that I've been wanting to do ever since I started flying drones. But I never wanted to. It potentially could be dangerous, and I didn't want to have to, even with the Mavic in follow me mode, I didn't want to have to pay attention too much to the drone. But that is to follow me on my motorcycle.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, and because I want to do a video of, going out to, basically the storyline will be going out to fly for the day, packing the drones in the saddlebags of the motorcycle, all of them, the Mavic, maybe the Zoom, maybe an FPV drone, and find some spot somewhere on a nice deserted beach or something where there's really pretty scenery. But I wanted to strap a GoPro to the motorcycle, and I would really like to have overhead shots of me riding down the road. And I think if the hype is true about this thing, then this may be the first, except for maybe their first drone, the Skydio 1, which appeared to be very expensive and very noisy. But I thought that it would be fun. It'd be fun, and it'd make for kind of a neat video to see some old guy doing the kind of crap that only young kids seem to do.
What old guy are we talking about?
Me. What do you think?
Nah, you're not that old.
There are days I feel it, but no, I think
I'm disappointed with you is you haven't given us another video of the goggles flight.
Oh, well,
it's taken so long.
We had monster winds all week long down here. Yeah, and today it was beautiful, but I was stuck waiting at home for a package from Banggood that I had to sign for, that decided it was going to get here today. So I sat around all day because I didn't want to miss the mailman. And then of course I got this show here, so the late afternoon stuff. But hopefully it'll be nice tomorrow. I'll do some more. I did put holy mackerel! Look at Mike Roach put a whole
This looks like
pamphlet in there.
a vast improvement over the first version. If everything works as they say, of course, there will be a need for extra batteries and probably the controller, but at least it's made in the USA.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. So you're going to be, into the thing for $1,500. I mean, that's just, it's going to be
only 1,000. Sorry.
both, $1,000 for the drone, $300 for the two different controllers, which you really need if you want to fly the thing and have it follow you properly, and a couple $100 for two extra batteries. They're $99 a piece, the batteries. So that conveniently comes to about what DJI is selling a Mavic Zoom for right now. This thing has got a camera equivalent to the Zoom. It's got the 1/2 sensor, and but it's got 60 frames a second at 4K. And I'm not as worried about the footage that comes out of it, although I'm sure it'll probably be as good as a Mavic, because everything I do is basically for YouTube. Had a discussion yesterday. Drone Worship Dan had a live stream going on last night where they were talking about it, and Jim from Above and Beyond Drones came on and started to kind of find fault with the camera. He was unhappy that it wasn't a 1-inch sensor, and I understand that for guys that are looking to do commercial work where a lot of the customers require a 1-inch sensor and 20 megapixel stills. For most people who are going to
commercial work entails a 1-inch sensor. I mean, like, houses aren't moving.
No, but a lot of real estate photos, they want a 20 megapixel photo. That's just what.
No, I understand. So you use what you have. This is for that application.
And that's what we talked about. And I said that that's not why I don't think that's why people are going to buy this. But I'll tell you what really intrigues me is, while they're not saying this drone is crash proof, they are saying that if you crash it and it breaks, they'll fix it for free or replace it.
No questions asked?
No, for any reason.
Do you have to supply video to,
I have no idea how they're going to handle that warranty business, but, because I'm sure there's going to be a book full of fine print, but and they're the only caveat that I seem to hear from them is, if you are obeying the safety rules and have a problem, well, if you're out, the way this thing looks like, even if you're flying it with a controller, you could just aim it at a forest of trees, push the stick full forward, watch what happens. It'll find its way through any of the obstacles. You don't have to fly it through the trees. You just have to say, go forward.
And you're not going to let other people experiment before you invest? Like, see what goes on or what could go on. Or
well, let me put it this way. I'm not going to get the thing, fire it up, take it to a forest, and try to fly full blast into the forest to see if it works. I'm going to allow some of these other guys to do those kind of tests, but
gotcha.
But I do everything very conservative, and I think that I'll be just as conservative with this. I don't like to crash drones. I don't crash drones in fact, I've never crashed a Mavic, and I haven't really crashed a FPV drone yet that broke it. I mean, I flew it, trying to fly 2 feet off the ground. I flew it into the grass a couple times, but that doesn't hurt anything. It just goes to an abrupt halt, Yeah, I put 4 packs the other day on the one that I built. And you know as well as I do that it just takes to get used to how a certain drone flies. It just takes time to
Right.
and with
Look
me,
at YouTube.
the mistake I've been making is I've been jumping around. I built this drone fly, that drone fly, the other drone fly, and I'm not really getting used to used to one drone, which
Right.
with FPV you really need. Let me take a
Casey-
second and say
Bob
hi to
Casey just joined us. Yeah.
Bob Casey. How are you? And Bob Casey stands out like a sore thumb because he doesn't have a blue wrench, so we're gonna have to fix that. So thanks for coming, Bob. I appreciate it. I did put a link in the chat. It wasn't too long ago. If anybody'd like to come on the panel here with me and talk about this, would be.
I think Mike Roche should come and join us. I haven't seen him.
Well, no, and Mike is ever since he got that new computer. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. He doesn't want to install Chrome or Firefox on it.
Oh, it's not on there already?
No, he got a Mac, and I don't think.
No, I have Google. Oh, I don't know if I downloaded the app though. I have Google Chrome on my Mac.
Yeah, but but it didn't come with it.
I guess
and
not.
I don't think he wants to risk any corruption.
Yeah, but Mac is pretty anti-corruption, I think.
You'd think, but it's his computer, so
yeah.
So I'm not going to say. But I miss my
issue more with Flash. What do they call that? Something Flash.
Adobe Flash. Yeah,
Adobe Flash. I had an issue with that more than anything.
Yeah, and Jody says to use Firefox if you can, and Firefox or two. I don't know why Safari won't handle this. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me because browser should be a browser. You know, they work very hard to make these browsers very cross compatible. And these days, when you open the same site in all these different browsers, they all seem to work pretty well. I don't have Chrome. I didn't get the Mac yet. Oh, he has iPad. Well, you should be able to just click on the link with an iPad, Mike. I don't know. Give it a whirl.
Hi, Mike. I like Mike.
See what happens. And I'm doing something tonight I've never done on a live stream before. But
drink coffee?
I had some coffee left over from this morning.
You actually seem a little tired to me. Not as energetic.
Well, I've been hanging around all day waiting for the mailman to come.
Hurry up and wait all day?
Yeah, and I decided that, I got a good head start on this thing. I had it all set up in advance. I was ready to go. I went in, I trimmed up my beard, which
you look very nice.
It's because thank you. It's been,
I did the same. Made sure.
And we won't read anything into that isn't there. But
I'm totally straight, buddy.
But I have gotten into I trim my beard once a week, and I do it right. And it's in the past month or two, I've managed to do it right before Thursday, right before the live stream, and so I don't have to look at myself on the computer screen with a big old scraggly beard. So,
all right, he's going to push he's pushing the trigger. May get Chrome then. Okay.
On the new Mac soon. Yeah. Okay. So
I was thinking about it, but for what reason? I only use computer, pay bills, and
Well, I'm a PC guy. I always have been. When I was in the computer business, I was a PC guy. I'll probably always be a PC guy. I can't even work. My daughter and my son are. Well, my son has both the Mac and the PC, but my daughter is a real Mac person, and I don't even know how to work it. I don't know which button. I see a mouse.
The other way. I started with PC.
I see a mouse with one button on it and I'm lost. I got to have two buttons, a control wheel. I mean, I don't want to learn it. I have no desire. All the software that I use for graphics and editing and everything is all the Adobe, Creative Cloud, and it's identical in operation on the PC. It's just instead of hitting the command key, you hit the control key. I mean, it's the same difference, but there's nothing I can't do. And I found for the money that I can seem to get more performance for the same money out of a PC than a Mac. And I hope that
My son uses it. I don't know. I'm kind of lost with Windows 10. I could figure it out, but I'm more of a Mac user the last 4.5, almost 5 years.
Well, I started out when with the first iPhone. I had one of those, but I never got the next iPhone. I went to Android after that because, as a computer guy and a technical geek kind of guy, I like the control I had over Android. I like to be able to move files on and off of the thing without having to go through iTunes, which was a royal pain in the neck. If you wanted to copy anything, to any music or pictures to your phone, you had to, at the time, you had to go through iTunes. I don't know. I don't know if I keep having to learn new things, especially when these days, everything I do seems to be starting over. Now I'm trying to learn, what's the name of the program? Oh God, Fusion 360, which is a very complex CAD program, 3D CAD, to be able to design things to 3D print. And that, that's just another learning curve. But what else I got?
You learn how to build quads, beta flight. This is piece of cake for you.
Yeah, it is. I pick up that stuff pretty good. And
I have a question. So you were in the computer business, and then how'd you end up in the restaurant? Or which one came first?
The computer business came first until I had it stolen away from me and left me with nothing. And then I had to start all over again.
Wow.
Yeah, at the age of, like, I've told the story a few times on the chat here. But,
I haven't heard it, but I believe it.
The short version is I had a big company, and we sold primarily to governments and schools. And during the growth years of the internet, when all the schools were putting in all the computers and wiring the schools up for internet and all that, that's what my company did. And we started out by building our own brand of PCs, basically what they called clones back then. But we were selling thousands of them, and the political pressure came from some people who had school board members of some of these, had friends who also had computer companies that were like compact dealers. And it turned out, after all the political fights, that I had to either make a decision to become a compact dealer or lose my business to them. So I became a compact dealer, and it worked for a while, for a number of years. And I became one of the larger compact dealers in the state of Florida, selling to education, and it wasn't bad. And in a lot of respects, it was good, because I sold millions of dollars worth of computers and earned a commission for it. But Carl says, "Don't get them started." Yeah. Micro says, "Don't get me started." Anyway, I earned a bunch of money. I didn't have to build the computers. I didn't have to lay out all that money for the parts,
Right.
But then Carly Fiorina came along with the Hewlett-Packard Corporation, and they bought out Compaq, and they didn't like dealers, so they stole all the customers away from me, and I went from a huge business to no business in a period of 6 months. And
wow,
at that point, it was too late to try to redirect the company. So here I was, no business, no money, and because I kept pumping money into this thing to keep it going. EBR, take care, buddy.
Good night.
And so I had to come up with something, and I came up with this business plan to open 10 restaurants in a period of 5 years, sell the whole mess off, and retire. And that happened right around the time the economy crashed and real estate crashed. That was another disaster. So that's how I became old guy in a drone, because that's about all I got left.
All right, let's change the subject real quick.
All right, but anyway, that's the short version. That's the abridged.
Going back to this new drone, are they going to have updates like DJI? Do you know anything about that?
Oh, of course they'll have firmware updates. All of these things. Even the FPV controllers have firmware updates all the time. I don't know. Do you ever update any of your controllers?
If it works, I leave it alone.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, huh?
Yeah. The other thing is, now, are they going to be able to track you like they do with DJI drones?
No.
You sure? It's not going to be an update in the future? They're going to say, oh,
Well, let me put it this way.
Government rules.
I can't say for sure. As sure as I can say that when you're flying, for example, the DJI FPV stuff, since you don't have a cell phone involved and there's no internet connection there, then the only chance they might ever have of figuring out what you did was when you do update the firmware in the goggles or something that somehow it communicates something to them when you're connected. But I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
As far as Skydio goes, I know that you do have a cell phone and an app involved. But I never, when I'm out flying, even my Mavics, I never have my cell phone connected to the internet. I always shut the data stream off.
Oh, I see. Yeah, most people say put it in airplane mode.
No, I don't. I just turn off my mobile data completely, and I hardly ever leave it on anyway because I'm always around Wi-Fi, and I have Project Fi, which is a Google phone service, which uses the.
That's your internet, your mobile provider, Project.
Yeah, Project Fi, FI. Yeah, it's a terrific deal. They charge you $20 a month for the phone, and that includes all your calling internationally, and then they charge you $10 per gigabit for data.
That's expensive.
It is, and they cap it at $60. That's the most. So if you used it unlimited and you used a lot of mobile data, then Project Fi is not for you. But for me, I use no mobile data. Gotcha. Very rarely do I ever need to have an internet connection. I'm always near Wi-Fi. I have Spectrum here, and they have Wi-Fi hotspots, and this thing does it all automatically. Okay. And the way the phone works is it uses the internet connection. It uses the voice over IP whenever it's got Wi-Fi. It doesn't even use the cellular networks, and the call quality is great. But as soon as you leave a Wi-Fi area, they have a deal with, I think, 3 different, T-Mobile, Sprint, and somebody else. And what it does is it actually finds the best cell signal from any of these carriers and uses that for your mobile data and for your voice. And it switches seamlessly. If I start a phone call in the house and I walk out, get in my car and head off where there's no Wi-Fi, I can never tell when it's shifted.
Gotcha.
So my phone bill, I don't use 50 cents worth of or $1 worth of mobile data a month. So my cellular bill is $21 a month, period. And for that reason, it's good for me. If you're a big user of mobile data, then you need to get a regular phone plan. Jody asked me if I got a USB microscope yet. No, Jody, I didn't get a USB microscope yet. I looked at them, but I don't know if I really have any use for them. No, my eyes are still good enough that I can solder on these tiny little things, and my hands are still steady enough that I can, I'm not shaking like this yet. Ask me 10 years from now, but at least right now I can still work on that tiny little stuff. I tell you, I do enjoy working on the 30 millimeter stacks a lot better than the 20 millimeter stacks.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, those 20 millimeter stacks are tiny, and everything is so close together. So where's
your original flight? You haven't flown again?
What's that? After
that flight you put on YouTube, have you flown since?
No, when did I do that? I think I flew
about a week ago, just about, maybe a little less.
Yeah. No, I haven't had a chance to fly. The day after I flew that, it got windy, and it stayed windy. It stayed windy. Hey, Peter Carroll, how are you? How's everything down under? Good to see you.
I can't imagine that the FAA or the government's going to allow this new drone to not be followed or tracked or.
Well, I don't know. It's who knows what they're going to do. They don't even know what they're going to do yet. They keep exploring things and making temporary rules and restrictions. And
when is it supposed to be released to the public? Soon?
November. The pre-orders, they're going to start filling them, and they've pretty well said that they expect to get all the pre-orders filled before the holidays, which means middle to the end of December. I don't expect to get mine until towards the end, because I know I wasn't one of the first to put deposit on it. I know that that I'm probably way down the list based on what I heard. It seems like everybody is. Hey, any of you other guys in the chat there, put in there if you put a deposit on one of these Skydio things.
You heard UPS got some supposed okay to do deliveries with drones?
I did, and interestingly enough, the geniuses that the MIT geniuses that started the Skydio thing, these bunch of MIT guys, were the guys that worked on the Google team on the system to make all this autonomous drone stuff possible. So they have a I think that they probably have quite a head start on on understanding all that technology and a way to integrate their stuff into it. I think that they've got a lot of long range plans that go way beyond this consumer toy that they're, for us, that they're starting out with. I wouldn't be surprised at all, especially with the government contemplating a ban on DJI products.
Right. Well, they're going to ban anything in the skies to make room for all these deliveries. That's what I feel.
Now, I've been flying a long time, and I understand the FAA and their concerns. I've been in the model airplane hobby, and I've watched them accommodate. I've watched them accommodate the hobby for years. And
RC planes,
yeah, planes, helicopters, jets. And
you got to look at I posted my last video of a guy flying one of these jets.
I saw that. That was it was a little. I didn't see the video yet, but I saw that you had posted. It was a little ducted fan, was it? Little electric.
I'm not sure. It
was
$250 worth of styrofoam jet plane.
Yeah, okay. It's one of the little styrofoam jobs. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun.
Fast.
Yeah, they do go fast. Some of those things go 100 miles an hour.
I was impressed.
Yeah, I've got a little styrofoam propeller-driven airplane that goes 100 miles an hour that I take out. Yeah, take it out once in a while and fly it. But there's just so little time. Bob Casey says he'd like to have one. Going to wait and see some video reviews. Yeah, I feel the same way. I haven't committed to buy it yet. I gave him $100 to hold for a while. But the decision to buy it isn't going to have to be made until they tell me they've got one for me. And it didn't say that the deposit was refundable. So, like I said, if they convert 70% of the people that put down the deposit, I think they'll be doing well. But I'm fairly sure that an awful lot of guys like me, as a crapshoot, basically said, all right, if I had to pay for it now, I wouldn't have pre-ordered it. If they said, okay, give us $1,000 now, no way I would have let them hold on to my $1,000 on the hope and prayer that they can get these things built. And I think if they had done that, they wouldn't have 10% of the pre-orders or 5% of the pre-orders that they got. And they were smart.
Where are they manufacturing them? What state? Or where in the US?
California, I think.
California,
somewhere on the West Coast. Yeah, they're when you looked at their video, that's the first thing I noticed. They actually showed their assembly line, which looked kind of like an expanded garage size operation. I mean, it was, I only saw maybe 8 or 10 people actually working on this assembly line. But I did notice that none of them were Chinese. They did have a Sikh, with a turban. They had a Sikh looking guy on there. Let me see if I can find that.
Had a turban.
Yeah. Hold on a second here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put you off to the side here.
That's fine.
It still says reserved now for $100, limited quantity, and it says
What's that? Somebody Weaver. Tim Weaver.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's been here before. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you. Thanks for coming. So it says, watch the film. All right. Can you hear that? I want to turn the sound off.
No.
But the film says drones are dumb. Skydio is smart. Okay. But somewhere in this film, I think they, I wish I can claim to be the first guy to show this film, but I'm not.
No, they've been around, been out there.
Everybody's showing it.
I think Spike even put it out.
Oh yeah, Spike put it out right away. But there's a. I'm trying to find the place in here where they show the factory, because we've all seen this. Is this the part here? Let's see. No, that's the garage. Where's the factory? No, the factory isn't in this one. I could have sworn I saw the.
What's the distance? Do you know?
Yeah, they say that
3.5 kilometers. Is that what I just read?
Yeah, 3.5 kilometers with the controller. 1.5 kilometers from the beacon. That beacon thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What was that?
My text message.
Oh, okay. I thought I had somebody. I thought I had a troll in here for a minute.
Sorry.
The beacon, however, is designed to use when you're flying it around yourself. So range is really not an issue, because if it's following you and it has to stay within 1.5 kilometers of the beacon, you got to go pretty far away from you to get, and
right.
That kind of defeats that purpose. So I think that'll work. I think that'll work out fine. And then
3.5 kilometers in miles. Any idea?
About 2 miles.
2 miles. Okay.
Yeah. More than I ever fly. I never fly more than a mile away. You break the law if you do. And to me, that whole line of sight thing is bogus anyway. It's
right.
bogus. It's bogus. When that drone is a mere speck in the sky and you can't fly it through the camera and you can only fly it line of sight, you're going to crash it, because you can't see which way it's going. You can't really fly it. You can experiment a little, move the stick and see if the dot moves this way or that way, and hopefully
right.
maybe you can get it. But the odds are you'll fly it away from you just as much as you'll fly it towards you. Whereas if you're viewing the flight through the camera, then you have much more
direction you're going into. Yeah.
Yeah. So I always thought that this line of sight thing was a useless, absolutely useless rule for camera drone operators or even FPV operators.
Right.
I mean, think about it. If you're way the hell out there with your FPV and you lose your goggle feed and have to dump your goggles real quick and try to find this drone in the sky, or even if you've got a spotter and he says, there it is, and you look at this tiny little dot and you're not an expert line of sight pilot, and who is?
I don't think, I was going to say, I don't even think that would help.
Yeah, who is? I mean, I can fly line of sight because I've flown RC for 50 years line of sight, but most drone guys who start in FPV don't have the skills or the reflexes to fly these things line of sight. So being able to see the thing is not going to help you. It's not going to make it any more safe. I truly believe that. In fact, I think it might make it more dangerous.
What's the flight time on this new drone?
They say 23 minutes, which means, you get 15, 16, 17 minutes. Then you're not going to kill your batteries.
Right.
I haven't spent as much time. Pardon me?
Return to home? Any kind of?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got all that stuff. And I think that, here, let me get us back here.
Ah.
Where am I? Hold on a minute. Here I am. I was looking for, let me see if I can find that picture of the factory somewhere. There's the video. There's the fact. I saw it. where did I see that? It comes with a case. I don't see. Here it is. There's a picture of the factory. And
unprecedented warranty.
Yeah, but they all look like Americans in the factory. And if you look at the factory, it doesn't look that huge. This line has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in it.
Right.
But they can always build more plant when they have the orders. But they in one of the videos they actually had they did have the picture of the factory, people working on it, and it's a magnesium frame. The thing looks like it's really well built, and God, is it stuffed with electronics. Comes with a carrying case, so it doesn't fold up, but it isn't.
Drone Shots wants you to play the video.
It'll fit in a backpack where a notebook fits.
Drone Shot wants you to play the video, and Love My Drones, Flying Lunatic, Mr. Ed just joined us.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Ed? Play what video? The video from Skydio? Okay. This one here? Is that what they're playing right there? I think it is.
You passed up, Mitch. I'm not sure what he's saying. Passed up what? That was.
Oh, he's saying I passed something up on the screen. I think scrolling around like this. This says watch the film, but that's what I did before. It plays this film. Anyway, it looks. I can move it. I can move it over to a monitor where I can make it much bigger. And there you go. How's that?
The factory building the drones, is that a video at all? Is that what
I saw it somewhere, but I'm looking for it here and I didn't see it. But
gotcha. Man,
what a beautiful sunset shot that is. And from what I see of the video, watching it on a fairly large monitor, it looks no worse than a Mavic Zoom does. That's for sure. It looks great. The colors look great. But you never know, when they make these YouTube videos, I blew right by it, he said. Yeah. Okay, I blew right by it. All right, let's see when this video is over, I will, is that it?
I want to know how many people.
Yeah, because they go ready for work. Now,
I see this more for somebody who's actually making money, and not just for your average drone guy like you. Even I don't know. You're just. I have to have one of these things first.
I want to film my motorcycle with it. I know.
All right. So you're going to do a half dozen rides. Then what?
No, I'll probably do 1 or 2.
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Listen, my life right now, at my age, and the fact that I'm a bachelor. I live by myself. I've engineered my life so that I have pretty much no responsibilities whatsoever.
Mm. Why not?
It's about toys and keeping myself occupied and keeping my brain occupied. Learning new things. The guys are saying Ken Hearn has a video on that. Yeah,
Ed Ricker.
I'm trying to find the place here where they actually show that shows the circuit. This is the same video I think that they're playing before. Maybe not. I'll let this play a while. This is not the video that I clicked on. This is just something that's running in the browser.
Pretty neat. I will say that.
Barry says it's in the video. Keep going. Okay. I'm going. Drinking my coffee that's getting cold as we speak.
I don't know. I guess I'm done with GPS drones and myself.
Yeah,
and you know what? You live in a more, well, not necessarily, but you have more space to fly, so to speak. New York is so tough to fly.
Yeah, you seem to have some nice parks to fly in, though.
Yeah. Yes and no.
because you do.
I told you about that incident where TFR, when the UN was meeting in New York, it was up until 2 p.m., but a guy was flying I think it was a Mavic Pro, I'm going to say, but a DJI drone. And two guys in suits came to the park from JFK and told them to bring it down and no more flying till 2 p.m. Isn't that amazing?
You did tell me that, but
I did? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, listen, I have to go 3-4 miles from my house.
Right. Yeah, me too.
For me to fly, because I'm within 5 miles of the Melbourne airport here.
Right.
And I had a deal with the tower. I mean, I had a conversation with the tower a year ago. Basically, they said, we don't care what you do. Just keep it under 400 feet where you are and you'll be fine. And I said, do I need to call you every time? And the guy says, please don't, And I thought, and I said, okay, this is great. I got the guy's name. I have a record of the call on my cell phone that I actually talked to the tower on that date. But looking back at my call history, I said, I'm covered. Nobody ever bothered me anyway. I usually, when I would fly, I'd never go above 200 feet anyway, flying around here. There was some road construction I was keeping an eye on, and it was, but then they came out and did away with it. Don't call, and they came out with the new rule says don't call the tower anymore. Now, this airport where I live, when you look at AirMap, it has the grid all laid out for the Lance system. Okay. It's all there. Every grid, every part of this thing is this is not where that is.
Yeah.
Where that shop is. Or maybe
Jim,
it's maybe
Jim joined the chat, just so you know.
Oh, hey Jim, how you doing? Oh, Mike Roach is here. Holy mackerel!
Did it?
Here,
Mike Roach. Hey, Mike.
I did it for you, Mitch.
Oh,
Carlos says I'm a good guy, so I got to show
well,
up.
man, I missed the hell out of you.
Yeah, right.
I really have.
I had to come see dear old Dad.
Yeah, you started here. You were born. You were born here, Mike. You got to come home. You got to come home once in a while. You know what I mean?
Visit Daddy.
Yeah.
Plus, if you got all this money to spend, I want to be in the will, Mitch.
Nobody, Mike. If I had your money, I'd throw mine away. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I got your link, and I just experimented on my iPad, which is older than my phone a little bit. I had to open Chrome, but this just let me through without downloading Chrome. I'm on my iPhone now.
On your iPhone? Yeah. A lot of guys are using the iPhones. Jim is here. Jim, if you want to come in, I think I sent you a link. If I didn't, let me know. I put one up in the chat there. You can find it. But
how's it going, Carlos?
So far, so good. Enjoying life.
Cool.
Can't complain.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. I like seeing you.
Yeah. We got to get together on the arts place one of these days, too. Talk politics.
I was there last time, but I kind of they don't respond to my Sundays, right? 3:00.
Is it what time? What time is it? I always miss it. Every Sunday I say I'm going to go, and then I miss it.
Put an alarm on your cell phone now for Sunday.
3:00.
Is it 3 or 2?
3. If I'm not mistaken, it's 3.
3
o'clock. I had a lady that was a gun instructor last one.
Oh, okay. Hey, Art Carlson, he got 1,000 subs.
Yeah,
wow,
for him.
Making money.
Yeah, yeah. I remember.
Spin Up too.
Yeah, he's gone to Spin Up. He's growing. I remember when Bill the drone reviewer introduced him. Remember, nobody ever heard of him, and Bill featured him on a show and set up that GoFundMe for him and got him a case for his Phantom and got him a Mavic Air. And
Brent Ariels joined you too, just for the record.
Hey, Gary.
Gary, there you are. How you doing? How you doing? Wow, man, all the usual suspects are coming home to roost.
They all love you, Mitch.
It's going to be cold in the Northeast, Mitch.
Really?
I'm going to be back online, I've been flying all summer. I haven't had time for this too many live streams, but now I'm getting the itch. It's cold out.
Oh, it's chilly. You're probably down in the 40s, right? Mid 40s where you are?
Yeah, right now it's probably about 50. It'll be in the 40s tonight.
Tonight,
sure.
yeah.
There's
It's
a
chilly.
frost warning.
And yesterday was it the high 80s?
Day before, yeah, we had high 80s day before.
That's crazy.
You know, when you talk about somebody, there's something mystical about summoning demons. You know.
Uh-oh.
And
Art in the
What,
back,
is Art here?
Mr. Comedian. That's all right.
Oh, it's Art. It is Art.
Speaking of the devil, that's where that saying comes from. Speaking of the devil, you know.
Hey, Mike,
congratulations, man, on your 1,000 subs.
Thank you.
Man.
Yeah.
1,000. Cool.
Yeah.
You get monetized and everything.
Yes,
well,
sir.
If you got
Not quite. I still got to get 4,000 watch hours.
You don't have that yet, man, with all the live streams you do?
Yeah, you think.
You think, man. I have, you need 240,000 minutes.
That's
right.
At this point, believe it or not, I have 230,000 minutes.
Oh boy.
And I have until December the 9th to get the last 10,000, which I will. But I don't have the grand in subscribers. I have 840 or close to 840 subscribers. But it's growing. I'm not pushing for it. It just happens. You get a few, lose one, gain a few, lose one. It's creeping up.
Mitch, if 10 people watch you for an hour, that's 10 watched hours?
That's 10 watch hours. So that's 600 watch minutes.
Gotcha.
That live stream build that I did for 6 hours, I got 4,000 minutes. So that was 70 hours of watch time out of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
great.
That would be like I can do a whole bunch of 8 hours.
Oh God, I don't have that in me, and I don't even know how the hell could I entertain somebody?
Yeah, I go on our channel and just press play all overnight.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, one way you could build it up is people to go to your playlist and
play
it, and then it'll autoplay. Once one finishes, it goes to the next. So if you go to my live stream playlist, and usually those are a little over an hour, and there's 36 of them. And if you just, you're not at the computer, just let it run.
Turn it on.
Yeah. That's how you could build up your watch time.
All right, everybody. You heard it from Art. Everybody go to one of my playlists, my live stream playlist or something. When you're not at home, get it going and then leave it. You don't have that benefits. That's a win-win situation. It benefits me and it benefits you because you don't have to watch it.
Well, right now my screen is black. It's very low, so I don't have to see you. No, I'm just
Hadley's. Hey, welcome, man. How you doing?
Hey, Hadley.
See you. Yeah. Wow. We get
all right.
Famous
Ariel. Oh boy, we got the whole gang here.
Yeah, like I say, all the usual suspects, or some of them anyway. It's amazing how you have a core group of guys, but a lot of guys come and go. A lot of guys you'll see for a couple of weeks and then they get tired of you. Somebody, I'll tell you,
Mitch, I can't imagine.
No, I can. As much as much. I'm a very humble guy. I honest to God, I say to myself, what the hell do I have to say that people might be interested in?
Mitch, was Ricky Dove here before? Because I see him now. I don't know.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was here earlier. Yeah.
Yep. Just checking the chat for you.
Yeah. So
I'm your secretary, so to speak. Just now.
So Mike, what have you been up to, buddy? Michael, what have you been up to?
Oh, myself?
Yeah.
Well, did a lot of
another Michael
summer. Still have a lot of backed up video to edit.
Oh, really?
But that's fine. It's been too nice out. I didn't want to stay inside and do the editing, so just put it on hold. I'll have some videos coming out. Hopefully, a couple of them in the next week or two. And other than that, just getting some major projects done around the house during this year to get ready for fall and all that.
Right.
Those are getting wrapped up and football started, I've been going to Syracuse football games and all that kind of thing, you know, at the Dome, and just having a good time. And you know, things are mostly good. And you know, now the holidays are creeping up on us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Phantom Hodges just joined you also, Mitch.
Oh, hey, Paul, how you doing?
Great.
I want to show you guys something that I threatened to do, and I did it today, and it was a hell of a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. It was this on that live build I did, on that 6-hour live build,
right,
that I did. I actually put a timeline in there,
right,
with all the different things
nuts
that went into building the drone.
For 6 hours, you went over? Wow.
Opening and general chat, explanation of the pieces and parts, description of the build, the frame assembly, prepare the flight stack, mount it on a frame, flash the beta flight, the new firmware, and I wish that a lot of guys did this on some of these videos, because you're trying to figure out how to do a certain thing. For example, you just want to know how do I, you know, and for example here, flash the R9 mini receiver with the new firmware. So you can actually just click right on that number. It creates a link for you. When you put that in there in text, it actually creates a link. So you just click on any of these blue letters over here and say, like, mount the camera, and it'll take you right to the place in the video where that's happening, which is pretty neat.
That's cool.
Now we know what you did while you were waiting for that package all day.
Yeah.
Mitch, how much work was it to put a timeline in?
I just created a text file in Notepad, you know, just a regular text editor,
right,
and just pasted it into the description.
Okay.
YouTube was smart enough to recognize the times, like 00:01:35 as times. It knew that. I didn't have to tell it any of that. It knew that.
So it made them highlight automatically?
Yeah, it turned them blue,
cool.
made links out of them. And I said, I didn't know that. I was shocked. I said, this is really cool, because I said, dare I try to click on one of them and see where it takes me? And I clicked on one of them, and bang, right to that second in the video.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So for any of you guys that have videos where you have things that you think people might be interested in just jumping to, you do this. You just create a text file, put the time in regular hour, minute, second format, you know, with colons, and then the description of what comes after that, and it takes you right to it.
Wow, that's
really really neat.
6 hours worth of video. That's
I didn't actually. I you know, you can scrub through it when you do it. So you don't have to watch the whole thing. But it did take me a good hour.
That's it.
Took me about an hour to create the timeline. Yeah, because a lot of it, you know, like mount the motors. Well, I could see where that started, and then I scrubbed to where I said, okay, the motors are all on there. Let's start playing it and see what happens from here.
Right.
What I did next. But I don't know if you remember this, and you know, I'm still new at this, so this is kind of like a learn along with me kind of thing.
Right.
This kind of video is not for Mr. Steele or guys like that. You know, this is for Ken Hurren, guys that you know want to learn this stuff, and hopefully somebody gets something out of it. I really hope so, because
Mr. Art, Phantom Hodges wants to know if you have any white stuff there. I don't think he's talking about drugs. So snow.
Snow? Oh, up in the mountains, we probably had some snow, because Montana really got dumped on. They got about 2 feet of snow up in the mountains in Montana, and that storm front came through Colorado, and we got a little bit of rain down here, but it dropped us down into the low 40s at night.
Burr.
And up in the mountains, they probably got some snow up there.
It's getting to be that time of year.
Yep. Yeah, the leaves are changing, and the aspen are turning to gold, and
Yeah.
were driving up the mountains and looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't think about it living here in Florida.
Yeah.
You know, you forget about the fact that it starts to get cold. You know, for us, instead of being 92, it's 88, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Or,
Plus,
or if you're in the
hurricane
northern
season will
part.
come to an end.
What's that, Mike?
Hurricane season will come to an end next month.
Next month, yeah. But
Yeah.
knock on wood. You know, we had that one fairly close call with Dorian, but there hasn't been anything since, and it's been quiet. So hopefully it'll just peter out the end of the season. The curve is on the way down now. The peak of the season was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, Mitch, the only time I've had anything to do with a hurricane was back in 1998. And I was on a cruise, and it was Hurricane Mitch.
Oh, they should never have named that hurricane after me.
And the hurricane had already gone through into like up in the Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah, went to Honduras.
But it came back into the Gulf, and we had a rough day at sea. It wasn't anything. I wasn't scared or anything, but it was actually kind of fun. We had some, pretty big swells and stuff, and we couldn't dock. We stayed about a mile or two off the coast of Cozumel, and just did indoor stuff on the ship. So I had actually good time with it. But it was only a tropical storm by then.
You know that that hurricane killed 5,000 people in Honduras.
Yeah, landslides and stuff. Right?
Yeah, I said they should never have named. And then they went last year and named a hurricane after my son, Michael, and that just tore up the panhandle of Florida. Something fierce. They still haven't recovered from that one.
Well, a few years back, there was a Hurricane Arthur that knocked over a few, plastic chairs in your yard, and that's about it. Oh boy, it's a big storm. It was a small storm.
Gary said that he just put a timeline on his wires video. He says it works. It takes you right there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I had no idea that I just did it so people could search for it. I just was going to put the numbers in, and when I got all those blue links, I said, "What happened? I didn't do that." So,
Art, you should get the camera.
Oh well, yeah. You know what? After my giveaway Saturday, I just
$40 Parrot before they go out of business.
I'll go get a Parrot Mambo with the cam.
When you bought yours, did you get the grabber and the little BB gun, the cannon?
No, just the
really?
drone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like $45-50.
Gotcha.
And so I had an extra controller. Imagine that. Because of what happened with my Parrot swing, I had an extra controller. So I thought, that'd be a neat little giveaway there. I'm creeping up on 1,000, and what a neat little giveaway. And I when I did the video for the contest, I actually flew a drone for the contest. And I'm like, oh wow, this is really nice. And then I did a video where I took it outside and flew it around, and I was really impressed with how it handles.
Chris Hope says, I think he meant to say hello, Mitch, but he said help, Mitch. which is
somebody help Chris.
I can use all the help I can I can get.
Yeah.
And Gary said that he thinks now, on second thought, he thinks that putting that link to the end of his video and there might be a mixed blessing because he's afraid people won't watch the video and just skip to the good part, Yeah. So the good news is, Gary, nobody reads the descriptions anyway, so very rarely do people go down and actually read the description. So anyway, help, Chris. Hope, how are you doing, buddy? Everybody.
Actually, did you see one of his last videos that he put up?
Which one?
Chris Hope. I don't know. He like some old Phantom 3 or Phantom 4.
No, I missed that.
He actually did a really. I think he did a really good job.
Oh, like a montage of his old stuff.
Yeah,
I'll have to
Yeah,
watch
it was
that.
cool.
Put that on your to-do list. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I did a video at the high school reunion. Flew around the high school and the football field, and getting a lot of hits on that video. Not just the classmates, but
All the
people
senior citizens that went to that school. I mean, the people that went to that school.
yeah, some of the senior citizens would be the teachers I had.
Oh, you're not
Well,
in yet? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I asked everybody who ever put a deposit down on one of those Skydio things. Nobody has chimed in, so maybe I'm the only guy in the world. Maybe I'll get it fast.
Well, you know, that Skydio, Mitch, I think it's great that there's an American drone now.
Yeah.
That at least can somewhat compete, you know, with DJI. It might not do the same stuff, but sorry, my phone's ringing.
No, it's okay.
But I'm gonna mute this.
Very musical.
Yeah.
I was, that's one of the things that impressed me. The two things that impressed me, besides all the flying and other stuff, was American made and the crazy warranty that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the warranty sounds awesome. Like if it crashes, and as long as you operate the way they say, they'll replace it.
Right, you operate among the with the rules, but I think it's, you're going to see when people begin to get a little confidence that the thing actually will do what it's supposed to do. I think you're going to see a lot of videos of guys who have these things trying to crash, you know, trying to figure out how they can crash it, and watching the thing get out of it, you know, without crashing.
Well, if it's magnesium, doesn't magnesium burn?
Pure magnesium does.
Yeah.
You know, the alloys that they use, like mag wheels on a car, I don't think they're going to burn.
Right.
It's a magnesium alloy, but it is a metal body.
For the people that, you know, Carlos mentioned earlier, for people who want to be followed or to have someone followed, you know, doing like you on your bike, or skiing or skateboarding, or whatever the heck it is, mountain biking, it sounds like, you know, the thing to go with. For us traditional kind of camera guys, I'm happy with what I have.
Yeah.
It would take a lot to get me to switch over, but I'm glad it's there. It looks like a pretty cool thing, and the price, you know, is really good for an American.
I think considering the technology that's in that thing, when you think about the technology that's in that drone, the NVIDIA, you know, the NVIDIA processor, the the T2, the 256 core processor, what they say, 1.3 trillion operations a second.
Yeah,
that's a friggin' supercomputer, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's video game kind of, you know, high-end video game kind of power that you find in these graphics cards that they put in computers. And some of those graphics cards cost $1,000, $2,000. An iPhone, a new iPhone costs as much as this.
$1,000 more than that.
More than that. So when you look at the amount of technology and the fact that
they put motors on it,
at this point they don't have the economy of scale like Apple does.
Right.
Yeah.
Build them 1 million at a time. They're not going to get rich on this drone, but like I was saying before, I really believe that they got their sights set on what's coming in the autonomous drone business.
Oh, good.
And the guys that designed this thing, Mike, were part of the Google project that developed the framework for this supposedly for this. You know, I talk like I know what I'm talking about, but basically I'm just parroting what somebody else who sounded like they knew what they were talking about said.
I think I probably watched the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So we can all be experts, you know. Listen, you know, and you could be, if you know just 1% more than the person you're talking to, you qualify as an expert.
Is there a way I can mute this, Mitch? I can. I got to return a phone call. I can mute this.
You can.
Bottom, if you touch the screen, it'll say mute and even turn the camera off.
Yeah, stop cam and mute.
Yep.
Let's see.
I can take you out. I can take you out of the conversation, and you can wave your hands when you're ready to come back in.
Let me see. I'm just trying to.
On the
phone, it must be different. Oh, here we go. Hang on 1 second.
All right.
There you go.
All right, you got it muted. We can still see you, but don't make any rude gestures. Okay.
I just want to say hi to Jody at Drone Shots.
He said hello.
I saw that Hadley was talking about doing a drone build video, and I'd like to see that. I like to watch these build videos.
Oh, you got to try the MD95 TSI. He does them all the time. He's built quite a few.
Yeah, I watched a few of his videos. There's just too many people to try to keep up with, you know. And,
okay. I didn't know.
I wish that I could keep up with everybody.
He does. He does really good, and he does them pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, there's two ways to make a drone build video. You can make the video, edit it all down, take out all the boring stuff, and
he does them live.
And you can end up with it, but
he does them live, and he's built. I think the fastest one was like 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, I could throw together a drone in 1.5 hours if I you know, just to throw it together. But in this 6 hour thing, first of all, we started off with a half hour of chat, you know, talking to each other, and I wasn't in any hurry, and I did a lot of things that I did a lot of things in there that a lot of guys won't do in a build video, especially flashing firmware and stuff like that. That's time consuming. Plus, it was the new technology with the DJI stuff, which we had to learn.
I wonder if Mike forgot to unmute his mic.
No, he's still talking on the phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping an eye on him.
He's looking at the screen though.
Mitch, back in our day, flashing had a whole different.
Our day. Remember that song, the Streak? Do you remember the Streak song?
Yeah. Oh man.
Back in
the early 70s. Yeah.
Back in our day.
Yeah.
When I was your age, we didn't have phones.
Smoke signals, right?
Yeah.
I got another one of those here. Here it is.
I was your age, we had to walk miles to school.
Those are the only two old fart sound effects that I have here. Yeah, we've laid off the sound effects tonight. That's
oh great.
Yeah, showing a lot of restraint. Here. If Lloyd were here, we'd be probably hard at it. Yeah.
Well, I'm back to my old machine because I got to get ready to for my show on Saturday and later tonight I got to upload the little flyer who my guest is for Saturday and put that out. And I'm still trying to learn how to use OpenShot editing software, but I just can't get it to work with Blender, so it would render the animated titles that I want to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched videos that show you how to do it, and I just couldn't get it to do. So what I may end up doing is deleting and reinstalling OpenShot because I think I have older version, and if I get the latest version installed on there, it'll see the latest version of Blender that I have, because that machine is a Linux machine.
Oh,
and right now I'm using my Windows machine.
I never heard of OpenShot.
Yeah, it's made for Linux.
Is it a video editor?
Yes, it is. and it's got some really cool stuff. And if you get it working with Blender, Blender is a 3D animation software. It's kind of like Illustrator or one of those Adobe After Effects.
Oh, okay, like After Effects, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's similar to that. And yeah, because in the open shot, it shows you a whole big thing of different animated titles that you could do. And I'm like, oh, that would look cool for some of my videos I want to do. But I'm just having a heck of a time trying to get both of them to work together, because you got to tell OpenShot where the file is located, and I did the way they said in the video on YouTube, and it just won't work. So I'm putting that aside for now, and then I've got some vacation coming up pretty soon, just before spin up, and I'll have some time to play around with that and finally get that the way I want it. And then I'll be using OBS for my live stream.
Well, I see you got the green screen behind you.
Yeah, I just don't have vMix on yet. I still have to download the latest version, because what I've been doing the last few days is I've been taking my external drives and downloading a lot of the content on the new machine. That's got a 4 terabyte hard drive. So I've got tons of space. So I've been working the last couple of days, moving files over there and deleting it. And now I've got a lot of space, because the C drive on this machine is filled up, and I got to move crap over so I download the vMix, so it'll download. Because when I tried to download,
sounds like a lot of work there, Art.
Yeah.
Hey, Art, what time is your show on Sunday? I keep swearing I'm going to stop by, and I keep
3:00 Eastern time.
3:00 Eastern.
Yes.
That's a strange time for a show.
Well, and it's before the football game here in Denver. And not like that matters this year. Boy, the Broncos really stink.
Before dinner, after lunch.
Pardon?
Before dinner and after lunch.
Yeah, that's right.
What is it? It's 1:00 where you are?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're Mountain Time.
And and it just seems to work better with the guests. Getting guests to come on, because if you go on later, they go on. They're doing some other things that they have to attend. Too early. Some of these people are at church.
So how many viewers do you usually get on that stream?
Oh, not very many, but it's slowly starting to build up, because word is getting out. Wow, Art's getting some pretty cool guests on.
And you got to get some trolls here pretty soon. With politics, you're bound to get some troll find out about you, and that'll be.
I only have one complaint about Art's show is I put comments and they never respond to them.
Well, we're kind of busy talking to our guests that I booked for the show, but we do try to get to some of your comments, Carlos.
Who's the guest this Sunday?
Don't know yet. I'm still working on that.
How many was on last week?
Let me tell you something. You get Donald Trump on there, and you'll get a lot of views.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm trying to get Michelle Malkin on.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, she lives here in Colorado.
Well, there's a lot of famous people live in Florida, but I can't get them on my show.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Michelle? Whoever you
don't know who Michelle Malkin is? Conservative activist.
Enlighten me.
She's an author. She's written a lot of books.
Yeah.
She's terrific and cute too. She's cute.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. She used to be a commentator on Fox for a long time, and then she left Fox, and she's been with Breitbart. She's been with a whole bunch of different organizations, Heritage Foundation. I don't think she's been on Reason. Yeah.
No, you don't see much of her lately. She hasn't been.
Well, she here in Colorado. She's been to a couple marches at the ICE facility here in Aurora, where earlier in September they went down there and a bunch of Antifa people were heckling them and calling her the N-word and trying. Oh, they ran up and tore down the flag, and a couple months ago they tore down the American flag, put up the Mexican flag, and then tore down the blue line flag. It's a special. It looks like the American flag, but it's got a blue line. It's for the police. What they did is they spray painted on.
There, but I don't want to get into that here. But they're, that's just disgusting. I watch the news all day. I'll tell you who I like. I've been following Dan Bongino.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I watch his YouTube podcast every day. The guy, and I got his new book. He wrote a book called Exonerated, and I bought they had signed copies. I bought a signed copy just for the hell of it, to help support the guy, because he is just an amazing. He's got a real handle on this stuff. He's a brilliant guy, and anybody who's not following him, I think if you're conservative, you should, because you really get a great understanding of the reality of what's going on. Jerry,
Jerry,
how you doing? How are you white? How are you not blue like everybody else?
Yeah, Jerry, I hope you're you got the you're watching my playlist.
You got a new channel, Jerry. It says you have 5 subscribers.
Actually, you should put your Sunday show on the stream, Art. Can you do that?
Oh, I see what happened. Jerry's got a new channel. He's got a new channel that's not drone obsessed. It's just Jerry Cavalry.
Oh, okay.
Well, you got no videos. You got no nothing on there, Jerry. I don't know what it is, but I'll subscribe. What the hell, There you go. Got a subscriber. Has no content.
You heard, Art? Why don't you put a plug for your Sunday with that?
It's not his regular channel. I see that, Jerry.
Finagle something, I'm sure.
Okay.
Is Mike Roach back?
I try to make it as much as possible.
I do have an Art Place page on Facebook, and I have an Art Co page on Facebook, and
I don't do books.
I don't do Facebook and Twitter, and that's probably why I could probably.
Hey, what's that noise?
That's some crackling.
Yeah, who's typing? Oh, that's somebody typing.
It's got a smirk on his face.
Is it Mike Roche?
Mike.
All right, wait a minute.
It might be. It could be my phone. I could sign out and come back on.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna.
There we go.
Yeah, it's you.
No,
it's you, Mike.
going.
I just took you out of the went away. So it's something different, like a crackling.
No, it's still going.
Yeah, here, let me mute your mic and see if it stops.
Yep.
Yeah. So something on your mic there. You gotta.
You're probably picking up some.
When you spoke, I heard a crackle. Let me. I'll go out and come back in. Let me see.
Okay, either that or you got a hamster nibbling on something.
Yeah.
How do I get out of here? Leave.
Yeah, it sounds really yummy.
Right back.
There we go. Jerry, schools restricted your access to your drone obsessed. What?
Oh, boy.
Why? I don't understand that.
Because they can.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Barry's back. Hey, Barry.
Bill Clinton. LOL.
So 3:00 Sunday. All right, I'll try.
Right.
Unless I'm out flying. If I'm out flying, I got to do that.
Yeah, first things first.
Yeah, that comes first. So
Mark, I don't visit.
Man, I'll tell you what, that drone I built on that live stream,
Right.
this one, I had to show drones. We haven't shown any drones yet. This one here, but is the best flying drone. It is. You saw the video, didn't you? It wasn't much. I mean, wasn't
The love story.
It was just smooth. I was just trying to be smooth. I did a slow roll and a nice slow split.
Right.
But what I was really trying to do was just fly close to the ground. And there was a couple of times coming around, the drone's shadow was right there in front of it. And I thought that was the coolest thing. You didn't see that here. Huh?
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Here, I'll show you. I happen to have it here somewhere.
Well, now that you mention it, Art, he's going to play it for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, people are probably getting tired of looking at us. So, what the hell was the name of that video?
Quad looks for other quad and falls in love.
No, I had it here.
The quad, flying the quad, is that's Mike's channel.
The quad and search.
Yeah, little Gimp humor there. And
Oh, here it is. No, that's
7 dwarfs are not happy.
What? I'm just looking for this video here. I got it right here.
Carlos got that. That's. I just saw that on Facebook. It just struck me as funny. Yeah.
Jerry wants to see your video.
Okay.
Yeah, show it.
All right.
Go ahead.
I won't put any. This is the one I put to the music.
And I like the music too. That was.
I put it to music, but this.
Cool.
Hold on a second here. Let me get it bigger. Get it big. There you go.
There you go.
If I do this, I had a big smudge on the lens. Can you hear that? Show you the first one. What you're looking at
slight
is the 1080p.
You were doing the narration.
Recorded on the air unit itself, with no correction and no stabilization added. This is how it
doesn't do it justice.
The whole goal of this first flight was I'll make it bigger, to be as smooth as I could, and
it's just not as clear as the original.
So, other than the smudge, enjoy it.
It could be my screen.
Well,
could be just on my end, but it was really nice.
Wow.
Well, you'll see the shadow coming around here.
Yeah,
but I was trying to be cinematic with it. I mean, not do anything real fancy, just to be. There's the shadow.
There you go.
Is that cool?
Cool.
All right, you got to buy the camera for your drone. You'll like it.
And this.
Well, it won't be my
This
drone.
shows you how you can create a mood with music.
Definitely.
Cool. Yeah, you got a lot of real estate there to fly around in. That's
a nice park, yeah.
Considering people that fly FPV find that field boring because there's no trees or anything to fly around.
Yeah, and for the traditional FPV guy, he's going to probably find this boring. But for me,
no. But I'm just saying, and you would think somebody would appreciate a big field, but they'll try to fly in between those trees, right?
The trees, yeah. And
Mitch is going to get there one day.
Yeah, I can do it. I can fly through the trees, but
yeah, but
that wasn't. I just wanted to see. My purpose is to try to do cinematic stuff with these FPVs. So I just wanted to try to be real smooth, and I'm getting better at it. But I need a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
You think so? It seemed like you handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
But what a smooth drone this thing was. And then fast. You talk about fast. When I come out of this, watch this. When I come out of this, now watch this. This is nowhere near full power, but I decided I was going to rip around. And look at the speed of this thing.
You can see the tilt on the camera, like the difference.
Yeah, there's the shadow again. Oh, that's cool.
I mean, this thing was moving.
Yeah, I bet. Ken Heron just did a video of him doing acro with his
I saw that.
And but he was on a practice football field.
Yeah, that was a while back, right?
And practices. But he did quite a bit more. He was zipping through some trees and
Ken Heron, yeah,
flips.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, there it goes, zooming away.
But I was just having a ball with this thing. It's so smooth, and with that digital goggles, what you're seeing on the left there is what I was seeing. The little window on the left is what I was seeing in the goggles, and
right.
I mean, the playback of the goggle video looks pretty much the same as the playback of the HD stuff.
Right.
Mitch, Mr. Jerry wants to try to get on the stream. You want to post a link real quick?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Here. Well, that's enough of this. You guys, I got the video up there, so you guys can
got the idea. Mitch.
See that. Yeah, let me get everybody back in here, because
the music was very romantic, I might add.
I love that kind of music. And
yeah, it was good.
Here we go. Okay, Mike's back, but I don't see him. I see.
Carlos,
there he is. Okay, how did I get rid of you, Mike?
Am I here? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how I did that. Here, let me put the link, Jerry. I'm just gonna stick the link in the stream. Anybody wants to come in, I would love to have you, man.
What were you gonna say, Art?
I wanted to find out about the camera that goes on the Mambo. Is that 720 or is that?
I think you got up to 720.
Okay.
I would have to go back.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it would be. Yeah.
But it just makes the flying. I mean.
Yeah, it would be.
Really see.
Oh, and then you can get the goggles too.
I have them. The goggles are basically you put the camera in and put it in. You tell the app to split the screen.
Right.
And then you'll have the picture. Let me go get it for you. Give me a second.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I might do
show
that.
and tell.
Yeah, they had an app for the Tello where you could do the same thing, but I couldn't get the Tello or the controller that I got for the Tello, the TD1.
Yeah,
it wouldn't sync with the FPV software that I downloaded that I paid for.
I got that app. I think it's the same app for the Tello. It costs like $5 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I got my controller to work with it.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show Art real quick.
Okay.
You gonna put it on big screen, Mitch, or no?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Jerry to come in. There he is. Okay. Let me bring Jerry in and then say hello, and then we'll do this. Okay. There he is, Jerry.
There he is.
Grown obsessed.
He's
actually comes through pretty good.
Hey, Jerry.
How you doing, man?
I'll just do a quick show and tell for Art, and then
there we go.
There we go.
Hi, Jerry. How you doing?
Good.
Good, man. We got the big stars on here tonight.
Yeah, I see you guys.
No, you, man. Ken Heron's sidekick himself. Look
Oh,
at
dude,
that.
that's hilarious. Yeah. I'm not on that show. I don't have the same, the same energy level, I guess. I'm a little different.
Well, you got to be able to guess the 1 second songs, you know.
Oh, that's I'm no way.
No,
he pulled out that whole what is it, that jingle? What do you call them? Power or something? And it was
the Sonic logos.
Yes, Sonic logos. I had no idea what that was all about. He didn't tell me anything ahead of time. I just got it. It was like, oh crap. I don't know. I'm not very good at that. I recognize them right away, but I don't think about what it is.
No, I'm not picking up any audio from Jerry.
You're not?
I can hear him.
That happens every now and then.
Yeah.
I can hear. Mike, why is it you always have these problems with the rest of
Yeah.
you're not living right or something?
Mike, it's you.
And then
This
you want to pop out and in again? Try that again.
I'll give it one more shot.
All right, buddy. Here, let me.
StreamYards is experimental for mobile, so.
Okay. Well, try that. I'm sure it'll work.
Time.
Okay. Let me bring Carlos to full screen here so he can show.
Down under just joined.
There you go. Man.
Give a.
Hey, there's Spike.
So this is what it looks like flat. You pull
Right.
it out, opens
What
up,
is this?
and
What
then
is
take your phone. You pull
Right.
this. Take your phone,
Oh, I see.
put it in,
Okay, cool.
snap it on, and then you change your the app. Let me see.
What goggle is that?
This is for the Parrot Mambo. This little guy.
Oh yeah. Okay. I
And
never bought one of those.
this was my breaking the cherry, so to speak, into FPV.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the first one you had, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
And does it have a dual? Does it do a dual lens?
Yeah, it does the two. It splits the screen for you, but
Yeah.
it's one inside,
Okay.
and it was fun.
No,
Oh, we got Ice Spike in the chat room. Hi, Spike. How you doing, buddy?
The art, what it looks like inside art,
yeah.
Mhm.
and it even
And you wore them with your glasses on, so they fit over your glasses.
yes.
That's a good thing to know.
I'll tell you, those DJI FPV things fit right over my glasses, and
They do.
That is a lot cheaper.
that was the that
Yeah.
was the first major concern I had about that. I need to have box goggles, but those things work great. And
Yeah.
interestingly enough, in case anybody's wondering, the original DJI goggles, the flip down,
Right.
are set for a reading prescription. The new DJI goggles use your distance, which is much better,
Oh, really?
much easier. Yeah, because I had to have a special set of glasses made with the prism correction and for the reading
Right.
Right.
lenses that I used for the
You
other
didn't
one.
need that, huh?
This one, I just stuck them right on top of my regular distance glasses, and it focuses sharp as a tack. It's just fabulous.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
I'm considering Fat Sharks with the
Yes.
inserts one day in the
I'm
future.
gonna do that too.
But you have to buy, if you need reading glasses, you have to buy the diopters or what they call it
Yes.
to that effect.
The problem I have is I can't just use diopter. I have prism correction where one
Yeah.
eye is above, so I have to go right off to that place in Germany or wherever and have a special set made and hope it comes out right the first time.
Well, they've got those two different places that I know of that make the ones for Fat Shark specifically. So I'm looking at getting those, and I have a pretty weird prescription. One lens is way thicker than the other one, so it's
Same thing with me, my left eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we're all getting old, and
Yeah.
Spike says he's going to be on Ken Heron's show next week on October the 10th.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
That's
So,
good.
Hey,
good,
Spike.
well, I expect you to come on my show
Why don't you
before you go on Ken's show to promote it. Okay.
Yes.
Mitch, I'm gonna go
Don't
in.
forget those
Mike
people
wants to
up
join you.
over.
He can take up my spot. I'm gonna go manja and watch while
Okay. Well,
Well,
enjoy your day, and thanks for coming in, Carl. So always,
See you,
always
Carlos.
appreciate it.
All right, Mr.
All right,
Jerry,
buddy.
Mitch,
All right, sir.
Mike, be well.
Adios.
Oh,
And,
good.
Uh,
I don't have that duck in my face.
The duck. StreamYard.
Art's got the duck this time.
Jerry, you need to get LASIK surgery. That's what I got.
I got RK about 25 years ago, and it went bad on me, and now I'm not really a candidate anymore. Only thing I can do is go in and get I've got to have cataract surgery anyway. I'm going to replace the lenses, and then I'll be all right.
Right.
Okay.
But
Cool.
that's not going to happen for a while.
I had the PRK done.
Oh, did
because
you?
my corneas were so thin.
Yeah.
But the new procedure where they go in and they cut that flap open and they zap you, and then they they couldn't do that, so I got the full zap right on the eyeballs, and they put that water on the eye after that, and you hear it go. It sounds like bacon. I'm like, oh, that was the only,
sticking with
the
the
only part about the procedure that kind of made me a little uneasy, but I was surprised how fast it was.
Well, yeah.
You know, you just look at these bank of dots and you hear it. Bzzz.
Yeah.
Did it smell like barbecue or something?
Well, no, what they do is they quench your eye right after they zap you, and that's where you hear the cooking sound of
God.
your eye, you know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Sound.
we're making bacon today.
You
That's
should
nice.
wear headphones during it.
I see Barry G was trying to get in, but it didn't seem to work. So Barry, if you're out there and you're trying to get in, give it another shot.
Sunny side up, Spike says.
Sunny side up, yeah. I don't know about that stuff, and I don't know if I'm even a candidate. I the thought of somebody doing anything in my eyes at this point, I just assume wear the glasses. If I get cataracts now, that's a different story. But so far, knock on wood. At my advanced age, no cataracts yet. So just prism correction.
Mine aren't getting bad enough yet to do anything about it. They're like stage 2 or 3. So they said I still have a little while to wait. I'm gonna have to wait.
Now, I've got a slight cataract.
Yeah.
Just beginning, but my eye doctor said that I probably won't. I'll probably outlive it. In other words, it'll it's
before it gets bad enough, you won't need
before
it.
it gets bad enough, I'll probably be 100 years old. So
yeah, your FPV career will be over by then.
The only thing I've got is I've got floaters in my right eye, and there's just this one big chunk that sometimes it bugs me, but you know, you look away and the thing kind of moves, and then it comes back and
comes back in. Get out of here.
Those are actually those are Amazon deliveries.
Yeah, and it's not just that one spot. There's like a cobweb in there with a bunch of little tiny dots in it, and you move your eye around, you can see it kind of like a snow globe. Right. It just moves around and then it goes right back to it. And it's my dominant eye too. That but you know what? They do have a laser procedure for it. It's a YAG, a YAG laser that it goes through the lens and it'll burn those little floaters.
Wow.
And tiny. I've seen videos of
a laser.
And, yeah, they just
you gotta say with the list,
lasers. And sharks with lasers.
They'll do several zaps, and you know, the thing gets smaller, smaller, and smaller. Yeah. And what it does, it breaks it up to where it'll settle to the bottom, and because when your eyes age, that liquid starts getting kind of like a jello in there. It starts sticking up, and that's why, you know, the floaters, you know, they kind of get a little annoying depending on how big those floaters.
But your brain will ignore them if you don't pay attention to them. Your brain will just use it.
Yeah,
right.
I have one of those kind of things too, but I don't even ever notice it anymore because
I've had floaters ever since I was a kid, and I thought I was nuts. I didn't even tell anybody. I didn't think they'd believe me. And I hear about it. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. You know, if I let my eyes go out of focus, like looking at the ceiling, I'll see them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't see them.
Yeah, and you won't notice. Your brain will ignore them for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, thankfully, the eyes are good. You know, I got enough problems.
Yeah.
I've been about 2 weeks without a teacher computer because my computer went on the fritz, and they just gave me one today, but they upgraded me, so now I have one that's got a little more memory and it's a little more powerful. So I wanted to see how it would work with coming online, and it looks like I got a pretty clear picture.
No, you got a great picture. Your sound is good, and, and it's good to see you. I mean, I've been waiting for you to come on.
I would use this one, but that's a little overkill for now. That's, you know. Woo.
So Jerry, are you just using the computer microphone now?
Do I now?
You're on the computer microphone?
Yes. Well, it's the microphone on the HP, or excuse me, the
right there. Yeah, there it is.
Logitech 10B HD camera.
Okay, right. Yeah,
it looks great. Yeah. Even the lighting isn't bad.
Well, it's just schoolroom lighting.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's still a separate webcam? It's still a separate webcam you have?
There's a webcam, yeah, separate from the computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Logitech. I'd show it to you, but I'd have to take it down.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the same thing right there. Yeah, same one. Yeah.
I got one there too, you know.
Okay.
Now, Jerry, I was at my class reunion almost 2 weeks ago, and
Wow.
they gave us a tour of the school, and I was talking to our guide about having a drone class there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be one of the things I'm going to try and get going at my old high school. Let's get
That's
it.
a great idea. I just talked with somebody on the phone today who saw the video on Ken's channel of him coming here, and they called me up and said, "What do you think? You know, what can I do? How does it work?"
Right.
He's an assistant principal, and he's actually buying kits for the kids. And
Oh, that's great.
yeah,
Oh, cool.
Hey, welcome, Barry G.
Hey,
Hey,
good
Barry.
morning, everybody.
There you are. You made it. Does
Yeah,
everybody know Barry? I met Barry last week. He came on my live stream and kept me a little company when I was building that drone for 6 hours.
I was working.
Yeah,
I wanted to come on and help you, but I was working.
That was fun, man. Jerry, I'll tell you what, the problem is I would do one of those every week, but I don't know what to do with all the drones I've got now. I mean, I keep accumulating, acquiring these drones. You saw that.
Oh yeah, STEM. Yeah.
Jerry, did you see that little the little 3-inch one that I built with the DJI digital? Yeah.
I love that.
And it's a little Acrobat, and it's as cute as could be. So
I gotta say, I'm pretty jealous of it.
I'm jealous of you, young man. Still working.
But I'll tell you what, I got I had it all out here a little bit ago. I might get it out and show you in a minute. I've got one that's called an owl, and it's basically just a sandwich. It's got 2 plates, one on top, one on bottom, and it encloses the props, and then the flight controller's in the middle. But I bought that, what's the name of it? Cadix Turtle V2. So it runs HD on the card, and then in the same camera you're seeing your FPV feed. So you only have one camera.
See this?
Well, that's a good one.
This is that little beta FPV. It's got the same camera. It's got the Cadix Turtle.
Yes.
For a little whooping. You got the SD card in there, and makes terrific videos.
Oh yeah,
I hear that clicking
we got
noise.
the pep rally last Friday. They let us go in and fly during the pep rally. It was fun. I'm like, hey, look what we're gonna do, fly some drones, and we'd start flying them around. So,
Well, you got a hell of a job there, man. You got a hell of a job where you can fly drones and get paid for it.
that's true.
Talk about being jealous. I mean,
I get to do it. Well, I get 2 classes. I'm teaching 2 classes where we're mainly focused on drones and RC planes. So, and
I've been doing more RC flying, plane flying lately. I mean, that was my old passion. And
I'm going to need your help when I start doing that, because I'm not there. I don't know planes. I don't know how to program them. I don't know how to mix them.
Yeah. Anytime. Okay. I see Spike says Skydio.
Yeah,
Spike. We had a whole discussion the first 45 minutes of the show.
Yeah, where were you, Spike?
And I ordered one. I put a deposit.
Mitch has already got 5 of them.
Watch from the beginning.
Yeah, we'll see.
If somebody wants 4, I'll buy a Skydio. I want one.
I think it's going to be a good drone if it even does most of what it looks like it's going to do, but we'll see.
They're not playing around. They already have a proof of concept on their first one. It worked really well.
Oh, the one, yeah, and it'd be fun. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you guys missed it, but I said I think we're gonna start to see a bunch of videos from the Wilder bunch of people that are trying to crash it. In other words, coming up with a way to crash an uncrashable drone.
Yeah. Running through the woods, you can't get much more, precarious than that.
That's the fun thing.
Right.
Trees on every side, and it's going between them and around them and under them, and I'm totally impressed.
Cool to see if it can avoid like the little branches. And
yes.
and stuff.
Well, it's got high def, it's got 4K cameras in them.
Yeah.
So it should.
If it can do that, that'll be killer.
Well, keep in mind that the original one had enclosed props.
Right.
Whereas this one has open props. So this better be better than the first one because it doesn't have the protection.
Yeah.
And
It's going to be
I hear
interesting.
the batteries come off with magnets.
Supposedly, yeah, but they're held on by magnets. But these rare earth magnets are so strong that I can't imagine
Right.
that the thing.
Right, and plus there's nothing mechanical to fail there, so they're on.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see. Spike wants one, but they won't let him have one in Australia.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah, well.
I was just checking out iSpike here.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't have them yet, but I got them now.
You got to have Spike. Spike.
I got it now.
Spike is our good friend down in
Australia.
in West Australia, and he's a wild man. I mean, he's just nicest. Yeah, we love him.
Yeah,
we put up with him, but
he must like ZZ Top.
Oh yeah, beyond ZZ Top. Yeah,
me too.
But you got to watch his. Streams. He's a lot of very entertaining.
He's got a whole new thing going on. You know, with this laid back kind of come on in, check out the music, and hang out with Spike.
Oh yeah, he's playing music. He's becoming like a real radio station now. Yeah. Wait a minute, it's Radio OO.
Yeah.
I'm the Mexican radio.
Says something about us all knowing that song right off the bat, right? A long time ago.
Let me say goodnight to Bob Casey. He's going to go. We're going to go here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Coming up on 8 o'clock. Let all you guys get over to. I'm just a warm up for Ken Heron. You know that, don't you?
Oh. I just subscribed to him today.
Man, you are new to this.
He responded back to me. Yeah, this is my second time actually on.
Well, good.
On live. I wanted to ask you something real quick, Mitch.
Yeah.
On that video for the new idea or whatever, Skydio.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where it shows inside the factory and the guys are putting it in the box? And
I was trying to find out. I couldn't find it.
Did you see the guy in the background with the long beard?
Oh, the Sikh with the turban? Yeah. I was talking about him earlier, and I was trying to find that video.
It should be in there unless they took it out.
I didn't see it on a couple of the videos that I perused.
I saw that on Ken Heron's video when he talked about Skydio.
Yeah.
But I noticed that they weren't Chinese looking people, and that's what I said.
That's what I first noticed.
Made in America, and sure enough, made in America. And the warranty, I mean, that warranty is as good as DJI's Care Refresh.
So have you looked at what their procedures are? That they said as long as you follow it, you'll get it replaced.
Repair to replace, yeah. If it crashes for any reason, because they built the thing to not crash, and we'll find out. I guarantee you, I'll figure out a way to crash that thing. Guaranteed.
I want to see how portable it is.
It comes in a carrying case.
Okay, it doesn't fold up.
It fits in a backpack.
Right.
In the notebook holder.
Right.
I mean, it's narrow enough to slide down into a backpack. So,
okay.
Now you've got me thinking, Mitch.
Mike, come on, Mike. You gotta have one.
I've already got my
doesn't matter
coming out of my ears. So,
I got Mavics.
I'll have to check it out anyway.
I don't need any more drones, but it's my hobby. It's what I do. Why not?
We know they've got it listed as $9.99, but then you've got to have extra battery or two.
Yeah.
And you got to have probably another. You have the controller. You have to get the wand. By the time you're done, you're gonna be about $1,500.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Jerry. We said $1,500. And that makes it about the price of a Mavic Zoom, a Mavic 2 Zoom with one battery.
Right.
They're pushing $1,500 for that thing now.
I was gonna say that's like when you buy the Phantom 4 or the Pro, but you don't get all the extras.
Yeah. So with the drone and $300 worth of controllers, you got to have both controllers if you want to really use the thing, and the couple extra batteries. You're $1,500. But that I can't imagine it. It looks like it's going to be worth that, and I also think that. It'll have you'll be able to, if you want to sell them, you'll be able to sell them. You'll be able to unload it, because I don't think they're going to be flooding the market. I think they're going to, once it gets out, one or two things is going to happen. It's either going to perform as promised, in which case everybody's going to want one, or it's not. And, you know, I hope to find that out before my number comes up. Put the $100 down, but I don't expect them to be calling me till the end of November.
Well, I can't imagine them not working as advertised. I really can't.
That first Skydio, the square one with the enclosed props.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys know that guy in Europe. He calls himself Never Mind Your Own.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has one of the originals, and it worked. You know, it wasn't perfect, but it worked. It did what it said it was going to do.
He's got a great channel. I love his stuff, especially his treks through Israel and Greece and Turkey and Cyprus, where he flew over all the Greek area, the Turkish areas in Cyprus.
Right.
Yeah, it was
restricted areas. Fun missions. Yeah, that's crazy. I love that.
Yeah, Spike.
He was 007. You know.
Yeah, Spike says it's going to be illegal to fly. Yeah, it won't be illegal to fly DJI drones in America. It'll be illegal for federal agencies to buy DJI drones.
Yeah,
they're not going to outlaw us flying them. That's for sure.
No.
I hope not. Anyway, I mean, if they outlaw, this China nonsense, DJI, their drones pose no more threat than iPhones or any other electronics made in China. I mean, if one of them's doing it, they're all doing it. So what are they going to do? Outlaw everything? I don't think that's ever going to actually come to fruition.
Yeah, I have to say good night.
Yeah, I don't want you to miss Uncle Ken.
Yeah,
God forbid.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna
next week. Hey,
all right, Art. Hey, thanks for coming in, Art. And let me give you your. Art, and Art goes away.
See you later, Art.
See you later, buddy.
Art. And then they were
bigger.
Look, 2 hours of this is enough for me anyway.
Okay.
And I like to watch Ken Heron's show. I'm not crazy about the 1 minute song stuff. I don't know. Nah, I'm not that crazy about that, but it's entertainment. He's a very entertaining guy. And he's a professional entertainer, and
Spike wants to buy your Mavic 2 Pro.
Well, he wanted me to donate it to him, so we're moving towards reality now. That's unfortunately, Spike, that's the drone that if I get rid of I have a Zoom and a Pro. If I get rid of one of them, it's going to be the Zoom, because I still do a small amount of commercial stuff, and I'll need the Pro for that because I want the 1-inch sensor. But right now, I'm not parting with anything. We'll see. I don't expect to get that Skydio thing for a couple months, and I don't know if I'm going to get it yet. I'm hoping I'm not first. That's for sure. I mean, a lot of pre-orders went in before mine, and I have, when they come and when they notify me that mine is ready, I still have the option of saying I changed my mind. Give me the deposit back, and hopefully by then there'll be some more information so I can make a more informed decision about whether I really want it or not. As it stands now, I really want it, but who knows what they're going to say about it.
I thought I was really going to want to Zoom, but I'm holding out to see what happens with the Skydio first.
Yeah,
I think that a lot of people who were ready to pull the trigger on DJI stuff have taken their finger off the trigger.
Yeah, relax it a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to start saying goodnight, and Jerry, thanks for coming in. Mike, great to see you again. I expect you to become a regular here again, because I missed.
Within 3 weeks, I should have my new desk and new computer up and running with a Logitech webcam even, and so I'll be a regular again.
Okay, I expect that. And if you have a live stream, you can count on me, buddy.
Yeah.
There's not enough live streams.
No, we need more and more. Yeah. I need to come on every day, because you guys just aren't getting enough of me.
That's right.
Jerry, good to see you.
I'm gonna get notification.
Good to see all you guys.
Okay, Barry, thanks for stopping in. And,
I'll be back.
Okay, buddy. Take care.
Good night.
Jerry, thanks again.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. We'll see you next time, buddy. And Mike,
All
that
right, see
leaves
you
you
later,
and me.
man.
So you take care of yourself, and I'm going to put on a little music and say goodbye to you, and then say goodbye to everybody. So take care of yourself.
All right.
All
Have a
right.
good one. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we got a little music going here. And let me see, we got, oh God, it's 16 people in here, and I'm going to shut this down at all the watch hours I'm giving away. Oh, no. Okay, Mitch, catch you at Taters. Stay safe. Ricky, thank you. Spike, hooroo to you, buddy. Thanks for coming in. And back from the sky, Carlos, thanks for being here. Paul, Phantom, Hodges, Drone, Jody, Drone Shots. Who else am I missing? Barry's still here. Bob Casey left. I think that's about it. Place it here. Ba and bye. Thank you. Mike Roche again. Thanks for coming in, everybody. And as usual, until the next time, take the rest of the day off. Go play with your drone and have a great one. We'll see you. I don't participate much in Ken Herron's chat room because it just goes by so fast, and I'm usually watching it on a cell phone out smoking my cigar. But I'll be in there to say hello, and whatever happens, enjoy the show. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Spike so he can say goodnight. Say goodnight, Spike. I mean Spike. Hey, Spike, I named my monkey after you. Spike, say goodnight. All right, everybody. Take care. See you next time.